Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Alan. Welcome back to the Mr. Z's Music Lessons YouTube channel. It's been a minute, but today we are going to be learning the lead guitar part for Waymaker by Leeland. Be sure to check down in the description. Down there's a link to a free tab you guys can follow along with. You can print it off, view it on your phone, just whatever works for you. And I do plan on making a cover video of me playing this lead guitar part through the whole song, so hopefully that'll be ready soon. I just have to learn the vocal part and the acoustic part before that'll be ready. So we're going to be in the key of E. At least that's the original recorded key. You can always lower it if you need to. And then the tempo is 68 beats per minute. So we're going to start off with our intro here, just kind of doing some ambient swells. And I'm just going to play through it for you, and then we'll kind of break it down and talk about it. Here's what it sounds like. All right, so kind of to talk about that some, we'll just go over the fret numbers and then kind of how I'm getting that tone. So I'm using a MXR carbon copy delay that I have set just a little over halfway on the mix, and then everything else set about halfway. And then I'm using a Strymon Blue Sky pedal, and I have that set to kind of a modulation setting with a pretty heavy mix on the reverb. And then I'm just using kind of a light overdrive with a TS-808 Tube Screamer pedal. And then I'm using my neck pickup on the guitar just to take out some of that high end. And yeah, so anyways, anything you have that can create just kind of an ambient sound will work, but that's just what I'm using. So we are starting off on the 9th fret of the G and B strings, just barring across those two, and we'll let those ring out for 4 beats. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just swelling in with a volume pedal. And then we're going to hit the 11th fret of the G string with the ring finger, and we'll hold that for 4 beats as well. Swell in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the 8th fret of the G, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the 9th fret of the G, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll keep that first finger on the 9th fret of the G, and then we'll put the middle finger on the 10th fret of the B. We'll hold that for 4 beats as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the 9th fret of the B, 1, 2, 3. On beat 4, we'll go up to the 12th fret of the B, and then we'll go down to the 7th fret of the B, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 9th fret of the B, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it for our intro. And then we'll go ahead and go over verse 1, and if the order of this is confusing, you can just follow basically straight through that tab. It'll take you straight through the song, measure for measure, and that should help you out if you need it. So anyways, we're going to start on verse 1 here, and I'm just going to play through this part. It's really similar to what we did on the intro, just kind of swelling in, starting off on the 9th fret of the G and the 10th fret of the B. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. End on 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it for verse 1. Then on chorus 1, again, it's very similar, so I'm just going to go ahead and play through this part and let you guys follow along with that tab on the screen here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it for chorus 1. Then that brings us to verse 2. Again, we're just going to be doing swells here, but we do have some different notes that we'll play. So I'll go ahead and walk you guys through this one once, and then I'll play through it. So we're going to start off sliding from 4 to 6, and we're kind of swelling at the same time. So we'll go 4 to 6 on the G. Then the next measure, we'll play the 4th fret of the G and the 5th fret of the B. I'm just going to use fingers 1 and 2 for that. Then we'll go up to the 7th fret of the B and the open E string together, swelling in. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 9 and 0, 1, 2, 3, then 14 on the B, and then 12 on the B, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 9 on the B, 2, 3, 4, then the 7th fret of the B and the open E string together, just to create a little bit of dissonance, then 9 and 0, and then we'll play the 9th fret of the G, 10th fret of the B, 1, 2, 4, 9 on the B, 1, 2, 3, 4, again, 7th fret of the B, and open E together, then down to the 5th fret of the B, up to 14 for one beat, back to 12, then the 9th fret, then the 7th fret of the B, and open E, and then the 9th fret of the B and the open E. Okay, so I'm just going to play through that one time without kind of explaining it as I'm going, just so you can hear it. So starting off 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it for verse 2. Then that brings us to chorus 2, and here we'll stop swelling and just play a really kind of straightforward lead line. So we're going to start off on the 10th fret of the B string, and I'm going to switch to my bridge pickup here. So 10th fret of the B for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Then I'll play the 9th fret of the D, then the 9th fret of the B. 1, 2, 3. Back to the 9th fret of the D, then the 11th fret of the G. 1, 2. Then 9, 11, then we go to the 9th fret of the B, 9th fret of the G, 11th fret of the D. So that little fill goes. Just kind of follows the vocal line there. And basically that's our riff. We're just going to repeat that 4 times. And then after that, the very last measure of this chorus 2, we're going to play 8th notes. We'll play the 11th fret of the D string 7 times. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we'll go down to the 9th fret, and that'll kind of lead us into our refrain section. So let me go ahead and play through this entire second chorus for you one time. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it for chorus 2. Then we'll go over refrain 1, and for this part, I'm still using distortion and no more swells, so we're going to hit the 9th fret of the G and the 11th fret of the D together. And we're playing 8th notes here, so we'll do this for one measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we'll bar bar across the 9th fret of the D and G, same thing, 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We'll go to the 8th fret of the G, 9th fret of the D, same thing, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And back up to the 9 on the G, 11 on the D, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we'll have the 9 on the G, 10 on the B, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Barring across the 9th again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And up to 11 and 12 on the G and B, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And bar across the 9, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let me go ahead and play this part for you so you can hear it one time. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it for refrain 1. On chorus 3, we're going to go back to our swells again, so I'm just going to play through this part for you, let you hear it. I am switching back to the neck pickup again. Here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's it for chorus 3. And for our bridge, we're going to start off just kind of doing some simple swells, and then after that we'll switch to a riff. So starting off with the swells, we're going to start on the 12th fret of the E string and just swell in for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we'll go up to 16 on the E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 14 on the E. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 12 on the E. 1, 2, 3, 4. 14 on the B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 on the E, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 14 on the E, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this next riff that we have, I would go ahead and switch probably to your bridge pickup. So we're going to start on the 9th fret of the G string, and we're going to hit that, and then also the open B together, just for one measure, strumming 8th notes. 1, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. In this next part of the riff, we're going to start on 9, and we'll go down to our 8th fret of the G, back to the 9th fret 3 more times, then we'll go back to the 8, back to 9, and up to 11. So that part of it sounds like... Okay, we're going to repeat that 3 times. After that, we're going to go to 9 and 0 for 4 times to be 1 and 2 and. We'll go down to 8 twice, 3 and down to 4 twice, 4 and. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go back to the beginning of this bridge and just play through the whole thing one time for you so you can see how that all fits together. So starting off again on that 12th fret of the E, swelling in. 1, 2, 3, 4. that's it for the bridge. Then chorus 4 starts out pretty similar to that bridge riff we were just doing. So it starts out the same way that. So we'll do that twice. Then on the third time, we're going to stay up here on the 11th fret for 4 times. And again, we're going to kind of follow the vocal melody. We'll go 9, 11, 13, back to 9. Just that little fill. Okay, and then we're going to go down to the 6th fret of the G and open B. And then down to the 4th fret twice. So let me go ahead and play through all of chorus 4 so you can kind of put that all together. 1, 2, ready, go. That's it for chorus 4. Then for refrain 2, we'll pretty much do the exact same thing we just did on that chorus 4. So I'm just going to play through this part for you. The only difference is we'll add a little bend at the end where we'll go on the 8th fret of the G. We'll kind of bend up to the 9th fret and then back down. Okay, so here's what refrain 2 sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bend where we bend from 8 to 9, and then we'll play the 6th fret of the G. And that's it for our refrain 2. Then for chorus 5, we're going to go back to our swells again, and we're going to start off just on like the 6th fret of that G. It's kind of the end of that previous section, that refrain. So yeah, we go ahead and just regularly pick the 6th fret of the G. And then we'll go back to swells. 1, 2, 3, 4 up to the 8th fret of the G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6th fret of the G, 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 2, 3, 4, then 9 on the B, 2, 3, 4, 7 on the B, 2, 3, 4, 9 on the B. And that's it for chorus 5. We repeat that chorus a lot, don't we? Then this next part I have labeled as the instrumental on the tab. It's kind of that part where he's just sort of talking. But during this part, we'll do some more swells. And I'm just going to play through this part for you because it's pretty straightforward again. So here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Helps if the volume's on. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it for the instrumental. Then the very last part of the song that we'll go over is the refrain 3. I'll just play through this part for you. Again, we're just doing swells, and it's pretty straightforward, so I think you guys will be able to figure it out just with the tab and everything. So here's what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay guys, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for this tutorial. I really hope that this video helps you learn the song. And if you enjoyed the video and it helped you out, you can always hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see that video of me playing through this entire song. Hopefully I'll have that ready for you guys next week. I got a bunch of videos to work on next week, so keep an eye out for lots of new content. And making these videos is like one of my highlights of the week. I always love learning these songs, figuring out, tabbing them out, making the videos. Just a lot of fun, the whole process. And I hope it helps you guys out. Thanks again, guys. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one.